join the circle. Come and join us in the circle. Come join the circle. Come join the circle, children. Come join the circle. Come and join us in the circle. Come join the circle. Come join the circle, children. Come join the circle. And join us in the circle.
St. Philip's School, Mathare, opened its door to the children in 2002 with the main objective of trying to give assistance to the needy children. We found out that children were the people who were being mostly challenged. In the years which actually we began the St. Philip, the matter of child abuse, it was really on rise. They could not afford a meal. They could not afford other basic needs. And as we are trying to give them service on what we call the basic needs, we should also be giving them education, which is going to be a long-term solution to this community. So in essence, we are existing basically to give hope.
The population is about 400 to 500,000 in Mathare, because Mathare is so big. Majority of the population is of course women and children.
Slumsy w Kenii są dość typowe do sytuacji w wielu krajach afrykańskich. Slumsy są wszędzie, gdzie są biedni ludzie, którzy nie mogą sobie pozwolić zapłacić więcej za mieszkanie i którzy muszą mieszkać w pewnej określonej części miasta, blisko miejsc pracy, do których nie chcą dojeżdżać transportem, za który trzeba płacić, blisko tanich miejsc zakupów i tak dalej.
The number of children who attend schools in Mathare has a bit increased. Initially, we had like a third of children who were attending school. The government introduced free primary education. That was 2003. As the number increased, it increased by like 80%. Learning is free, but the children have to be in uniform. The children have to sit on a desk. So some of those needs forced some numbers again to draw back to the village. The number of children who are in school is roughly 70%.
Currently, we are having 158 in the whole center. So we begin our day very early in the morning. We have the grade 7 and 8 getting in as early as 6:30. So immediately after 7:30, we have to assemble them on assembly for worship, for prayer, because everything we believe that it is God who can enable it to happen. Then we have to begin our classes.
We have to cover the syllabus. The children have to rehearse the poetry. They have to rehearse the music. They have to rehearse the drama.
In low primary, you normally teach all subjects: English, math, Kiswahili, science, and social study. The same teacher, because in low classes, we don't change teachers. I normally teach 2 classes at once. So at first, if it is English lesson, I have to start with class 1 to teach them, let's say something about singular and plural. I have to teach the small ones first, then give them assignment. After that, I have to go back to the other class.
Świętego Filipa Szkoła również rozbudza twórcze nastawienie, inicjatywę i, co jest ogromnie ważne w slumsie, poczucie własnej wartości. I do tego absolutnie kluczową rolę spełnia ich chór. Chór tej szkoły ze slumsu może wygrywać w skali krajowej w konkurencji ze szkołami luksusowymi, gdzie chodzą dzieciaki z bardzo zamożnych rodzin, gdzie się płaci nie tam kilka dolarów, ale kilkanaście tysięcy dolarów za rok.
You have forgotten everything, isn't it? We have been taking part in the Kenya Music Festival, which is one of the activities which make the students to enjoy their daily stay in this school. They move around their country, they participate, they meet their fellow students.
I to, że te dzieciaki są w stanie to zrobić, jest czymś, co ich szalenie przemienia wewnętrznie. To też pozwala, że te dzieciaki właśnie ze slumsu czują się, że my jesteśmy równi. No, tak nam się złożyło, ale my sobie z tym damy radę.
7 days of Kwanzaa, 7 days to celebrate.
We do not actually just believe that the only thing is staying in class. Our belief is if a child is not academically talented, that child may be talented in music, that child may be talented in football, that child may be talented in drama.
I came from a poor family because during post-election my father died. So my mother is just struggling from paying rent and buying food. So I don't have anybody to pay for me school fees. Now the school is helping me because they are helping me to come without even paying.
I like to go to high school and when I finish I like to go to the university and study to be a doctor.
I go to university, then after that I study law. I become both a judge and a lawyer. Then after that, after working like 2 years, I go again, I do broadcasting. I go and learn about broadcasting. Then after studying broadcasting, I work like 3 years. I go back and learn about accountant. Then after that, maybe I'll fly out of Kenya. Then go and look for sponsorship for the street children.
We have educated up to 50 students in various high schools. Currently, we are having 3 who are studying in various universities.
We were a class of 9 guys. 5 of us went to high school, 2 of us went to vocational training, and then the other 2, there are some 2 who did not take any further education than that. So right now I'm pursuing it's called the CPA, the Certified Public Accountant course at Strathmore University. And my plans for the future is that as soon as I get the funds, I want to begin on my degree. Is the slum, of course, it is at least it gives shelter to so many low-income earners, yeah. But then again, it's not really all that to a nice place because there are so many hardships as well, you know. There's also the issue of security, the issue of sanity, and all that. That's why I was saying I'll maybe like to move to somewhere else.
You know, in the slum we have HIV, we have street children, poor sanitation, shortage of water. So working in slum is quite difficult.
We try to give a very little time allocation to these people to be outside. Parents feel that the children are more secure being at school than being at home. When there is no one to monitor them, the parent has gone at work, children, he may end up doing some bad things, or he may, if they are girls, you find they have been raped.
At times you see in our school, especially in standard nurseries to standard 8, we have so many girls than boys because it is too risky for them to sit at home. We have a case in a school where a standard 3 girl was raped.
In Mathare here, at 9 o'clock, girls are not supposed to walk outside because they are bad people. They may catch her and then do for him bad things. After that, they will run away and left her there.
Somebody in the neighborhood is having a quarrel with a wife or a husband, and you are having a lesson in the next class. You take like 20 minutes bringing back the concentration of these children back to the class because somebody is beating the wife in the neighborhood, in the neighboring room, and the only thing dividing you and that neighborhood is an iron sheet, which is just placed there to divide the 2 rooms.
Because sometimes we hear screams, sometimes there is broke out of fire.
You tell the children it is time to go home, it is 6 p.m., go back to your home. The children start crying because they know back at home the conflicts are there are no meals. So they prefer being at school. The child comes and says, whenever I want to do my homework, my father starts abusing my mom. So I didn't have time to do homework. How do you handle that? A child comes to school, total orphan. The person who is staying with that child starts mistreating this child. The child is opting to go to the street. The teacher becomes now the guardian. Come, stay with me.
I can tell you something very funny. I'm a mother of 2, but I have 7 children at my home. I just have one room. We just have to share that small, just a small room like this one. There is a certain girl whom I took recently. It is now 3 weeks back. She was staying with the aunt. Now the child came to me, teacher, my uncle is abusing me, my uncle is doing ABCD to me. So it comes to that time, you talk to that child, and you have to take her to your place. She is in class 8. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, she's going to do her exam. So I don't want her to be affected emotionally because of small problems, no food at our home, no water at home, and being mistreated. That's not good. So I have just placed them at my place and told them, we have to share this small room. We have to share the small food which you have, but you have to do what to perform. At the headmaster's place, there are other kids. At the other teacher's place, there are other kids. Because when a kid comes to you, he imagines that you are his or her savior.
Yani, she's like our mother, yes. But she has a lot of problems because food is a problem, but we just survive and pray unto God to help us.
I have a husband who supports me in some ways, because at St. Philip's we are volunteers. We just get that something small, but it is blessed.
Nauczyciele tam mają motywację, która nie zawsze jest w szkołach państwowych. Ci, którzy są nauczycielami tam, nie wszyscy, ale wielu, są naprawdę prawie święci, ja bym powiedział, że oni chcą pracować za tak mało pieniędzy dla tych dzieciaków tam.
So we already talked about the uses of a crowbar, a wheelbarrow, ladder, handcuffs, bottle opener, hammer, spade, fishing rod, scissors and axe.
As an individual, you find that most of us people who have families, the upkeep keeps fluctuating. It's not that, and you are not assured of tomorrow. Also, time allocation. If you are spending here most of your time, how about what time do you need to accord to your family?
As an institute, we cannot be able to sustain ourselves because our budget, in most cases, we can be able to find our budget either a quarter or we can be able to fund it if most are half.
Parents do participate, but the participation is very poor. Most of the children we are having, most of them are orphaned children. Most of them have been picked from the street, which means the person this child is staying with is just a well-wisher, not even a relative.
We are charging them something little to maintain the school because up to this time we do not have a reliable source of funds. We are charging them $1,550, which is almost $19 per semester. But there are some students who cannot afford that, so which means you should charge also per affordability.
Na nilikuwa nawapigia uji, chakula, wakiambiwa ni mwalimu, endeni kwa chocho, mkunywe maji, endeni kwa chocho, chakula imeipa. Sababu hata kama sio kushikiliwa sana ni Wilson. Watoto hawagisoma. Hawana nia wahitimu. Wilson anawajali sana. Na vile tuliona, tukaona watoto ni wengi sana hapa Mathare. Na tukaonelea ni heri tuendelee na kurudisha watoto kwa moja. Sasa naye Mungu atakaona anatusaidia.
Niliwapeleka shuleni ili ni future waweze kujisaidia wenyewe. Shida ya kuishi naye Mathare ya kukumbana nayo, najua kama huna kazi mpaka uwe na shida kusomesha watoto, hata watoto wenyewe kukula ni shida. Sababu hapo sasa unajua ukiwa huna kazi hata maisha inaweza kuwa magumu. Wajili niko na maisha yaliyo magumu, mimi mwenyewe na watoto hata hao wengine wadogo, lakini maisha ni ngumu sababu siwezi unajua kazi kama huna kazi ni vigumu. Mathare vile mimi nakaa nyumba ya mabati. Kama ningekuwa mzuri ningeenda kukaa nyumba nyingine. Ya, iko na ugumu sababu mimi mwenyewe sina kazi. Nakaa kazi yangu ni ya kibarua.
And some kids make their parents not give them the basic needs. The clothes are not there. Last night the kids not have anything to eat. So now they come, you find they are hungry in class. When you teach, they are not maybe listening to.
I used to come to school hungry, then reading was a problem. Because of those problems, that's why I cannot perform. Yes. Because you could go at least 3 days without eating anything. Yes, only water, then you come to school.
Just with the danger that in future the children may not have their meals, and if they like their meals, then it means that they may not continue learning well. Long-term issues now. One is how we have to stop this usual problem of renting.
And the landlords may just decide to collide, agree, and say, we are giving you a notice of 2 months, please vacate our rooms. We have no option. We are not going to sue them in court because it is their property.
No permanent solution has been found, so it is what we are appealing to well-wishers. If we can be able to buy a place and then we construct, even if it means constructing temporary structures.
The contribution from the parents, the contribution from the well-wishers, which goes towards the rent, could go towards the developing of that place.
Droga z nędzy jest poprzez dostęp do pracy. Dostęp do pracy to prawda, to edukacja, bo ja wierzę, że